We specialise in the design, fabrication and erection of hardwood timber bridges for both pedestrian and highway applications. We are pioneers in the use of eki, a dense West African hardwood for this type of construction. With over 20 years of design experience and 1,500 successfully completed bridge projects, we are Europe's leading timber bridge fabricator. Our range of 6 designs can be used to create structures of simplicity and of grace. Eki is always in harmony with the natural environment, but can be equally at home in the townscape, with special designs to deter the ever-present problems of vandalism. A typical example of a design and build contract undertaken by Sarum was a project for the North West Water Authority at St Michael's-on-Wyre. The Water Authority had requested tenders for a 35-metre access bridge to form a vital link to a control structure at the heart of a major flood control scheme. As the visual impact on the countryside of this structure would be paramount, we chose a cable stay design. This allowed us to create a slender, inconspicuous bridge deck over the river, supported by a simple tower which would merge into the backdrop of mature trees from most viewpoints. Wherever possible, bridge sections are prefabricated in the factory to ensure workmanship of the highest standard. The major portion of this bridge was assembled by our own construction team within 3 days and finished off in a further 5. All the steelwork was sublet to a specialist contractor. As we can see, the first part of the span has been positioned and is being supported by the first pair of cable stays. The mid-span is being lifted into position. To lessen the weight of this section, the decking and one parapet has been removed. The removal of the decking allows us a clear view of the diagonal bracing which makes up the wind frame. This is a unique feature of our form of construction. The completed bridge is the only one of its kind in the United Kingdom, and there are only 5 other examples in Europe. The eki wind frame is rigidly down to the crossbeams. This provides excellent restraint against natural or deliberately induced lateral forces without the need for constant maintenance. Eki has a phenomenal density which is approximately twice that of oak or iroko. This property makes it very difficult to glue commercially. Therefore, we have devised a method of mechanically bonding our timber parts together. Galvanized steel dowels and bolts are used to make up the connections. These can be seen along the soffit of the main beam. Tension joints are formed by utilizing a steel flitch plate mortised between the laminates and fixed into position using dowels and 4 locating bolts. The shakes in the timber surface are a usual characteristic of ecce. They pose no structural problems and enhance the natural appearance of the timber. The span, camber and style of tower were all designed to give a pleasing line to the structure. To a more basic style of bridge, Greater Manchester Council required a footpath crossing on their municipal golf course at Lee. The Type 2 style shown here is our nearest equivalent to a glulam bridge and can be fabricated in lengths of up to 30 metres. This particular example has vertical balustrading, which satisfies the requirements for the Department of Transport P4 style. The Type 2 design is also used for multi-spans and highway bridges. Specialist designs can be used for longer spans where the beam depth can become excessive. Our Type 4 design at St Helens in the Sankey Valley Country Park is a good example of a bridge design for maximum vandal resistance combined with a minimum depth of construction. In fact, the actual depth from the decking to the beam soffit is just 200 millimeters. The style of bridge utilises the massive timber beams as parapets. These are supported by the large sculptured blocks attached to their outside face, which in turn are mounted on the underslung crossbeams. Due to its density, the timber surface is very hard and difficult to deface, and almost impossible to burn in situ. We find that the only form of vandalism on our bridges is from graffiti by spirit markers and spray paint. Fortunately, this can easily be removed with a sander or by a coat of stainer. A complete contrast to the stark site in Sankey Valley is the parkland situation of the Queen's Bridge at Bedford. The North Bedfordshire Borough Council required a graceful arch and long approach ramps to cross the Great River Ouse in this setting. The perfect proportions of the bridge belie its size and span. In fact, it has an overall length of 70 metres, a 31-metre central arch, and is 3 metres wide to accommodate a footpath and cycleway. It was installed in 1984, and although it has been roughly treated by the locals, there has been no damage to the timberwork. Sarum Hardwood Structures can offer you a complete design, fabrication and erection service. Based in Winchester, we cover the entire country and will be pleased to visit your site and advise on potential bridging solutions. Our in-house architect can produce complimentary drawings for inclusion in your presentations. We hope you will take advantage of our free services and contact us if you require any assistance.